Every target hit with our love dart. Measure this, we above chart. Treasure this, we could win smart, not average. CBN vent, unsavage, with our intent. Rain falls, wash away, owls call. Better prepare on the lair for a whole new day. Dancing with lightning, for some may seem frightening. We find it exciting to dance in the lightning. Dance, 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 dance.
Hello. Hey, Shanterica. Hey, honey. Hello, Eli, Uncle Eli. Hello. How y'all doing? Just trying to wait for some more people to come in before we get started. I don't want to have to repeat. Did y'all have a good day today? Everybody have a good day? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys joining me for today's live. I really, really do. So today we're going to be talking about a real sensitive topic, guys, that I'm sure a lot of you may know. Some people who have experienced depression or have yourself experienced depression. I know that I have personally have experienced it, and so hopefully this live helps some people, and some people are able to get some type of assistance from anything that I may say tonight. I really do hope that is the case, because talking about it, talking about it sometimes is the best way to get things out there. So, we're going to go on and get started. And like I said, hopefully people come on in, and as they come, they can catch up to what we're going to do. So first of all, what I first want to do is I want to put this number at the bottom of the screen. The number that you see scrolling across the screen is the hotline that you can call if you're suffering or having some issues with depression, and they help you out. They talk to you, give you some outlets that may be in your state that you can use and utilize, give you some numbers to call or places to go to help you with that. So, hey, Marquette. Hey, niece. Thank you for tuning in. So tonight, like I said, guys, we're going to be talking about depression. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, this is going to be a sensitive topic, and I hope that you guys really, really interact with me. Tell me what you're thinking. If you have things you want to say, please, please, please type them in the chat. I want to hear you. I want to hear what you got to say, as well as I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and hopefully, we can help each other. Okay? So I'm going to try to put my phone up here so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay? Thank y'all so much. Hey, Bianca. Hey, boo. Thank you for tuning in, sweetie. I appreciate you. Thank you, Erica. Thank y'all. Okay, so depression. When you're depressed, you can't just will yourself to snap out of it sometimes, right? Like you just can't. It's like you're in a funk. You're in a cloud, Hey, Nigel. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Uncle Eli, thank you for tuning in, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. So you're in a funk. You can't sometimes pull yourself. Sometimes you can't even get out the bed. You don't want to comb your hair, brush your teeth. You're just going through, like, you just feeling like the world is ending almost, And as the COVID-19 pandemic continues, many of us are dealing with social distancing, isolation, and lockdowns that make it even harder to cope with symptoms of depression. Do you guys agree with that? Especially during COVID, because you can't be around your family, you can't be around your loved ones, you can't be around your friends, you can't really go anywhere. Things are closed down. Restaurants, movie theaters, theme parks, were closing. I think everything is starting to start back up before the whole year pretty much, we were kind of like stagnant in those areas. Yeah, it's an ugly feeling, Naja. It really is. So it makes it even harder to cope with symptoms of depression. Whatever your circumstances, though, there are ways to overcome feelings of sadness and despair, improve your mood, and regain a sense of hope. So even though sometimes you may be feeling those things, like you're feeling down, you're feeling like everything's crumbling, your world is turning upside down, you feel like everything is going wrong in your life, just remember that there are ways to improve that. There are ways to regain a sense of hope. There are ways to get out of that state of mind and to get some positive things going on in your life, okay? So let's just kind of stay there with that. So let's first tackle the first question, which is, why is dealing with depression so difficult? Okay, depression drains your energy. It drains your hope, your drive, making it difficult to take the steps that will help you to feel better. Sometimes just thinking about the things you should do to feel better, like exercising or spending time with friends and family, can seem exhausting and impossible. To put into action. Like, you just don't even feel like doing it. You don't feel like going to talk. You don't even feel like talking on the telephone sometimes, right? You don't even want to talk on the phone. You don't want to listen to the radio. You don't want to watch TV. You don't want to hear any other people talking. It's just it's really, really a sickness. It really is. Yeah. So sometimes just thinking about the things I read there, okay. It's the catch-22 of depression recovery. The things that help the most are the things that are the most difficult to do. There's a big difference, however, between something that's difficult and something that's impossible. While recovering from depression isn't quick or easy, you do have more control than you realize. Even if your depression is severe and stubbornly persistent, the key is to start small and build from there. Do you guys get? And people think that you're acting funny when you're really battling your own thoughts. You're right, you're right, niece. They do. People feel like you're distancing yourself or separating yourself, or you just don't want to be around them, when you really don't even want to be around anybody. You don't even want to be with yourself. You're trying to clear your head, get your thoughts together. And sometimes, I know for me, it was more so like I didn't want to be. I knew I was in a bad state of mind. I knew I was in a funk, So I didn't want to be around other people and bring their mood down, because sometimes when you're feeling down, or you're not feeling at your best, or you're having bad thoughts or whatever. Sometimes if you're around other people, sometimes you can bring their mood because they're feeding off your energy. You know what I mean? So sometimes you may not want to be around people just because you don't want to mess up their train of thought or their mood as well. And that's how I thought a lot of times. Like, I don't want to be around people because I may cry, or I may not talk, or they may be laughing at something and nothing's funny to me right now. And everything. I feel like if I laugh, I'm doing something wrong. And that's hey Ray, hey pretty girl, thank you for tuning in, sweetie. So yeah, you just feel like I don't want, and I went through depression when I lost my daughter. I was in a state of mind where I didn't even want to get out of the bed. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to sleep. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to, bathe. Unfortunately, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to just sit there and just be. I didn't want to be around anybody that much. I did have to get some help. I had to go, speak with a therapist, but I also had to will myself to get out of the bed, will myself to do things that I knew I needed to be doing, like spend time with my daughter, spend time with my family, things that I just had completely stopped doing, be around my loved ones, people that love me and that I love as well. But in that moment and in during that time, my mindset was it was all messed up, So And I think, a lot of us have went through some kind of state of depression at some point in time in our life. Hey, her daughter. Hey, sis. Thank you for tuning in. I think a lot of us, at some point in time have went through that. You know what I mean? So just being able to pull yourself out of that alone is a step in the right direction, okay? Just being, because it's hard, I'm telling you, it's hard sometimes to get out of that state of mind. It really, 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 really is. So just being able to pull yourself out of that is a good thing. That's the first step, y'all. That's the first step. And what did you say? And a lot of people don't realize that they are or dealing with depression until it's too late or almost too late. You're right, Ian. That's true. A lot of people don't know what may be going on. Maybe they just sometimes they feel like, oh, I'm just having a bad day today. But that bad day turns into a bad week, to a bad month, to, it just continually keeps going. And a lot of times they don't seek. Yes, we're talking about depression. We're talking about depression. And a lot of times we don't seek the help that we need in fear that people are going to talk about us or, think we're crazy and, oh, I'm strong, I can handle it myself. And sometimes we can't, sometimes we can't. I couldn't. I can't speak for nobody but me. I couldn't handle it myself. I had to seek some help. I had to get some help. Okay? So let me continue. While recovering from depression isn't quick or easy, you do have more control than you realize, even if your depression is severe and stubbornly persistent. The key is to start small and build from there. You may not have much energy, but by drawing on all your reserves, you should have enough to take a walk around the block or pick up the phone and call a loved one. So hey, Eritrea, thank you, boo. So that's what I was just saying, y'all. Like, you may not feel like doing it, but if you just pull yourself or will yourself to even just try to do something, that is a big step in the right direction. Just being able to will yourself to do one little thing. Pick up the phone and call your mom or your grandmama or your sister or your brother and just talk about anything. Talk about whatever. That's a big step, because a lot of times when you're battling with depression, you don't want to talk. You don't want to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to interact any type of way. So just being able to do that one thing sometimes is good. Taking the first step is always the hardest. Okay? But going for a walk or getting up and dancing to your favorite music or it's something that you can do right now. Doing anything that you can do right now to kind of pull yourself out of there, right? And it can boost your mood and energy long enough to put a second recovery step into action, such as preparing and or arranging a meal, right? You said, I tried to get help a while back when I went on a couples trip and my friend's husband died on us. The therapy got on my nerves. Yeah, and we're gonna get into different types of things you can do to kind of get yourself out of therapy, because therapy doesn't work all the time for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people go to therapy and it works, and some people go and it doesn't, and they do something else that does work for them. So it really just depends on what works for you. But just taking the step to do something is the first step. Just taking the step to do something to help improve yourself, to help improve your mood, to help improve your quality of life. Because depression takes you on a downward spiral. I mean, you don't want to do much of anything. I'm telling you, like when I was going through it, I didn't even want to comb my hair, So, it's just the little things. Like preparing. So to us, preparing a meal may not be a big step, but when you're going through depression, it is. It is just getting up, getting in the kitchen, and just think about it. Have y'all ever just, like when you're in the kitchen cooking and you're listening to music, have you ever seen how your mood just changes and you get energetic, you feeling good, You listening to whatever music you like, Isley Brothers, Lil Boosie, whoever you like to listen to while you cooking your food, and it just improves your state of mind, your mood, and everything. Especially if you know how some people say when they're having a bad day, they listen to certain stuff and they feel better, or they may do a certain thing and they feel better. You know what I'm saying? I know I have. You know, if I'm feeling down some days, when I have my down days, and I get up and start doing certain things that I love to do, like listening to music or singing or whatever, when I do those things, I do feel better. I do feel more happier. You know what I'm saying? It takes away from those negative thoughts that I may be having. So, yeah. And then another thing that you can do, like going out, like meeting a friend for lunch, or, you know, going shopping, you know, go and get your nails and your feet done, go get pampered, go get you a massage, you know, things like that as well also help improve your state of mind as well. You know, just taking some me time, doing something for yourself, going to get your hair done, you know, going on a walk, a bike ride, or whatever it is that you may enjoy, or just taking a ride in the car sometimes even. You know, going riding in your car, driving around the city, looking at the city sights, sightseeing, whatever, you know. So by taking those following small positive steps day by day, you'll lift the heavy fog of depression and find yourself feeling happier, healthier, and even more hopeful again. Do you guys agree with that? What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think doing some of the things that you normally, when you're going through a depression, don't really feel like doing or don't want to do? Like, do you guys feel like sometimes if you try to do some of these things that you feel this is some great advice? Yes, thank you, niece. So do you guys agree with what I'm saying as far as that goes? Yeah. I think those things help. So here are some ways of coping, and let me just put this disclaimer out here. Taking walks helps me. Yeah, her daughter. Yeah, sis. That's what I'm saying. Like anything that you like to do. Now let me just say, I am no therapist. I am no expert on depression. Okay, these are just some of the thoughts that I have, and some things that I learned in my therapy while I was going through therapy. And also some things that I read online and some things that I agree with that I'm just sharing with you guys. So I'm not, don't call Young Ree. I mean, you can call me, but I mean, I'm no therapist. Okay, I'm just sharing, and I want you guys to share as well. So if you guys have some things or some ways that you know that you can cope with depression, share those as well in the chat, and I will, read them out. Because like I said, we want to help each other, you know what I'm saying? Especially in our community, because things like this, it is in my book, since all this came from my book. I'm reading out the book. All this came out the book. But if like I said, if there's anything that you guys want to share, please share it in the chat, and I will read it out. Because again, I want us to be able to help each other. We're all, y'all, that's my goal, is for us to help and support each other. And especially in our community, like I said, these are things that we rarely talk about, as far as like mental health. I'm going to do something on that as well. We don't really talk about mental health. We don't really talk about things like depression and pain and things like that. We don't get those things out. We keep it closed in until it just builds up, and then it's, we blow up. So I think if we get this kind of stuff out and just talk about it, it really can help us and make us better. So that's my goal. Okay. So coping with the depression tips. Here are some of the tips that I found online, and also some of the ones that I learned while I was going through therapy as well. So I got them all kind of mixed. Hi, Tila. Thank you for joining me, honey. So these are some tips that I learned, like I said, online, as well as going to therapy myself. And hopefully some of them help you guys as well. And please interact. Talk to me in the chat, okay? So reach out and stay connected on your own. It can be difficult to maintain a healthy perspective and sustain the effort required to beat depression. At the same time, the very nature of depression makes it difficult to reach out for help. When you're depressed, the tendency is to withdraw, to isolate yourself. So even connecting with close family members and friends can be tough. You may feel too exhausted to talk, ashamed at your situation, or guilty for neglecting certain relationships, but that is just the depression talking. Try to stay connected to other people and take part in social activities will make a world of difference in your mood and outlook. Reaching out is not a sign of weakness. Again, let me say that again. Reaching out, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Now, why we always tend to think like if you're asking for help, that makes you weak. It does not. It makes you strong, actually, that you strong enough to know that I need help. I need some help. I need to talk to somebody. I'm having thoughts that I shouldn't be having. I'm thinking things that I shouldn't be thinking. You know what I'm saying? This is not good. I need to get this out. I need to talk to somebody. That is a strong person who knows when they need help. Okay? So it is not a sign of weakness. I want to repeat that, and I want y'all to get that in your head, drill it in, let it marinate, all that good stuff, because asking for help, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, okay? Yeah, her daughter, I think a lot of people do. And keeping things to yourself sometimes can be a crutch. It can hurt you, you know what I'm saying? Because you holding everything in. You're not letting that stuff out. And I was the same way. A lot of times I just held everything in. I didn't speak it. I didn't get it out, and then that stuff would just build up till it build up to a point to where I was angry. You know what I mean? And then I would just blow up at people. You know what I'm saying? And people will be like, what's going on with her? Like, why she doing that? You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of people may be. You know, you hold stuff in for so long, and then when you finally blow up, everybody looking like, oh yeah, she is. She crazy. You crazy. You know, that's where the she crazy come in, or he crazy come in there, because you done blew up and nobody know why. Ain't nobody did nothing to you. And they trying to figure out like what's wrong with you, you know? So I feel like sometimes we can do that, and we do that because we don't want people to think a certain way about us, right? We don't want people saying stuff that, you know, bad stuff about us, you know, or thinking we crazy, or thinking that something is wrong with us, you know, by saying that, oh, I'm having these type of thoughts, or I'm thinking this, or I feel like this, or I'm feeling like that. A lot of times if you voice that to certain people, you're afraid of what they're going to think of you. And that you can't think like that, especially when you know that when you're around people that you know love and care about you. They're going to want to help you. They're going to want to see you be okay, you know. Okay. So reaching out is not a sign of weakness, and neither does it mean that you are being a burden to your loved ones by reaching out for help. A lot of times we think that too, don't we? We think if we go and call your family member and start loading them up with everything that's going on in your life, or everything that's bothering you, that they're going to be like, oh, Lord, here come Young Ree calling again. Oh, what's wrong with her now? And that may not, and that's probably just in your mind, right? You done already talk yourself out of it before you even do it. You done already made it to where it's bad, and you haven't even done it yet. You haven't even made the call, and you done had a whole scenario play out in your mind that they rolling their eyes and they throwing their hands up like, oh Lord, here come Young Ree calling me. I know she don't want nothing but something going on. She's so crazy, you know. So we can't think like that. Yeah, you feel like you can't trust them. Yeah, because you don't want them to, you scared if you tell them, they're going to go tell everybody else what's going on. And like I said, that's all a part of your mental and the depression playing on you. And that's how it keeps you in that fog. That's how you stay in that fog, in that funk, because you're so concerned about what other people are going to think that you're constantly crowding yourself with all these negative thoughts, and you drowning deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the depression. Okay, so that's what we're doing when we do that. When we don't reach out, or we just kind of let sit in our own thoughts, we mess it up. We mess our own selves up a lot of times with it. And it's not our fault. It's just that we're depressed. You know, when you're depressed, it's all negative. You know, it's just negative. Yeah, yes, niece. It's a battle of your thoughts. It really is. You're just thinking and it's always negative stuff. Am I right or wrong? When you're in that depression, it's never anything positive. You're never like, oh, if I call this person or that person, they're gonna listen. They're gonna help me. You're never thinking anything like that. You're always thinking, if I call them, they're gonna be thinking I'm this, or they're gonna be thinking that. They're gonna talk about me. They're gonna tell everybody. When I go to the family gathering, everybody gonna be looking at me like this. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all negative. You don't have no positive thoughts when you're going through that depression. But just remember that you gotta kind of push that to the back of your mind, y'all, and just think that these are people that love me. These are people that care about me. They're gonna want to see. They're wanting the best for me. It's okay to. And I'm not saying you gotta go now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you need to go and tell everybody your business or what's going on with you. You know the family member or a friend or whomever that it is that you can trust with your information. Hey, Lady Tia. Hey, sis. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Lady Tia. Some people are depressed and don't realize it. They, like I said, they just feel like they having a bad year or a bad month or a bad week. You know, they're not thinking that they're depressed. They just feel like some other stuff is going on or whatever. So, again, you know, find you that one person that you feel like you really can trust and say, hey, you know, I'm going through something right now, you know, and I really want to talk. I really need to talk to somebody because I'm having these thoughts I'm feeling this kind of way, and it's not good. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So just find you someone that you feel like you can trust and talk to them. And if you don't have, hey, Marsha, thank you so much for joining me. And if you don't have someone in your family or a close friend that you feel like you can trust to talk to, then maybe you do need to seek a therapist or seek outside help, professional help of someone that you can talk to. Like I said, at the bottom of the screen, I do have the Samaritan's Helpline phone number, and like I said, that's a nationwide number, so they are all over the country. So they have people that can help you all over the country or give you avenues or outlets of people that can help you. So you don't, hey sis, hey Sade, hey sis. So, you know, you have some people that you can talk to that way. If you don't want to talk to somebody that you personally know, because sometimes talking to a stranger, sometimes isn't it easier sometimes to talk to somebody that you don't know? You know what I mean? Like you feel more comfortable sometimes talking to somebody that doesn't know you personally, you know, because you feel like they're not going to judge you. You feel like they're going to listen to you. They're not going to put anything extra on it. Like, you know, sometimes when we talk to people that know us, you feel like, okay, I'm telling them this, and then they, in the back of their mind, they thinking, oh, girl, but I remember that time you did this now. So, all right now. You know, so you're thinking that you talking to them about what you're going through, but you're feeling like they're thinking about other things that you may have done in your past that may be the reason, you know. So, again, all of that, again, stems from the depression and the negative thoughts that it brings on. And we got to find a way to kind of push those thoughts to the back and pull those positive thoughts forward. You know, get that stuff out. Talk to somebody, whatever you feel like you need to do. Okay? What do y'all think about that? Are y'all agreeing with that? Hey, Marsha. And hey, Sister Marsha. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank y'all. Okay? Paid professional. Yeah. Yes, Tila. Yeah. You can get like I said, if that helps, seek a paid professional and talk to them. That's what I did. That helped me a lot. And because I mean I did talk to my family and my friends, but I was going through it, y'all. You know what I mean? I was having some real bad thoughts to the point where I just didn't even want to be here. You know what I mean? I just wanted to go be with my baby. So when you get to that point, I knew enough to know that I needed to seek help. You know, because everybody everybody handles depression differently, right? You know, some people they can't deal with it, so they, you know, take their lives, unfortunately. You know, some people take other people's lives because they blow up, because they let so much stuff build up so they can't even deal with themselves anymore, and they just take it out by taking or hurting other people. So, you know, it takes a strong person sometimes to realize that they need to seek help, to get help, to manage what's going on. Sometimes you need medication, you know, and sometimes you don't. You know, just speaking or talking or getting it out is an outlet. What I learned in my therapy was right. Well, I always wrote. I've always written, but not just writing my thoughts, but also writing my wants, my needs. You know what I mean? Not just writing what I'm thinking, but also what I want. You know, I want to be more positive. I want to be happier. I want this. I want that. Just sometimes the affirmation, just willing myself to want those types of things. Counseling is a very positive avenue for support. Yes, it is. Yeah, manifestation, sis. That's correct. That's exactly right. Like, yeah, manifesting, willing it into existence, believing in it till it comes true. It's kind of like she said, write it out. Whatever you want, whatever you know, not just what you're thinking, not just the negative things. I don't want to hear that. I want to see some positive. I want to see some goals. I want to see, you know, what you want in the near future. I want to see this and that. Exactly. The stranger told me to continue to talk about him because so many wish they could just have experienced childbirth. It took me 10 years to go to his grave. I'm such a better place. So, and that's another thing, Lady T. I'm glad you said that because depending, everybody, it doesn't help everybody. Like going to the grave, sometimes it makes people sadder. For me, visiting my daughter's grave and decorating her grave and all of that is a outlet for me because I don't have her here, you know what I mean, to like buy her toys and new clothes and shoes and take her to fun places. So decorating her grave for like hey brother, I'm so glad you tuning in, brother, my little brother on here. I'm so happy he on here. But being able to decorate and go to her grave and do little holiday stuff for her is an outlet for me. And I talk to her. I tell her what's going on, and I always sing to her, and it makes me feel good. But I do understand that for some people that it makes them sad. But for me, it's the outlet. Like when I'm feeling sad or I'm missing her too much, that's where I go. What did you say, Tila? There's a difference between clinical and situational depression too, in regards to who may need medicine versus who may need to talk to therapy. Yeah, you're right. That's what I said. Like, what did you say, sis? You visit your mom often. Yeah, you know, and like I said, and it doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you wrong if you can't go. You know what I mean? It does not. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just depends on what you're able to cope with and what it makes you feel like, because you don't, especially when you've been battling depression, because you don't want anything to put you back in that frame of mind to where you're back in that funk, right? You know, hey brother. So you don't want anything that's gonna put you back in that funk. So you want to do stuff that's going to keep you out of it, that's going to keep you uplifted, that's going to keep you moving forward. And whatever that is, that's what you want to do, okay? When you're going through depression, there's no right or wrong way. The right way is to do whatever it is you need to do to help pull yourself out of it. Whatever it is you feel like you can do, That's the first step. Like I said, to try to pull yourself out of it. You know? So the person that you talk to doesn't always have to be able to fix you. They just need to be a good listener. You know? Don't go to them always looking for them to be able to help you solve your problem, okay? That's not what you're there for. Your main goal is to get it out. You just want to get out what's going on with you. You want to get out what you're going through. You know, just lay it all out. Lay it on the table. Get it out. Get it off your chest. You know what I mean? Get it out. Get it out of your head. You know, whatever, all that negative stuff that you may be thinking, or all the thoughts of doing something bad to yourself or harming yourself that you may be feeling like you want to do. Like all of that kind of stuff. Get it all out, and don't worry about what are they, you know, ooh, I wonder if they're thinking this about me. I wonder if they're thinking that. I wonder if they feel like this or that. So you don't get that out of your mind. Get that out of your mind. You can't worry. And I think we as people, sometimes we worry too much about what other people are going to think. And a lot of times that causes us to drown deeper and deeper into what we're going through. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. It's good to let people know how you feel. Yes, Tanika, it is. Yes, it's important. And I have always been an expressive person. I've always let people know, like, if I feel a certain way about certain things. But I've also been a person that sometimes, like, certain things I don't like when it concerns me or pertains to me. A lot of times I don't voice it. I'll just hold it in. And I've learned, like, going through the years, especially after losing my daughter, that you don't need to do that. It's okay to especially with people that you love and care about. You want to be open and honest with them, okay? Yep. What did you say? Yes, you have. Amen. Yeah. So it, you know, you learn that as you go through. And I'm not saying that I still don't have triggers, you know, because I'm sure that we all do. So certain things that I know that trigger me, I kind of steer away from, or some things it can't be helped. Like, right, I tell you one trigger for me is like the ambulance. When I hear the ambulance siren, I immediately just get agitated. I get antsy. I get anxiety. Like, I get nervous. Like, it's like it's repeating for me. Like the situation is starting all over for me. So that it's getting better now. But when after it first happened, like ambulances, I would freeze up, like to the point where I couldn't even move. I would just be like, you know. So, you know. No, you're not, sis. It's okay to be expressive. It's okay to be expressive. It's okay to express how you feel. It's okay to tell people how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that. And if they love you, they're gonna be okay and be open to it. They may, and like I said, they may or may not like what you may have to say all the time, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what I learned. You know, it's okay. I may not say the things that you want me to say all the time, and that should be okay. You know, we can move past that. Yeah, exactly. You never know what people are going through. It's okay. And sometimes I do that. And I'm glad you said that, Sade. A lot of times, like with my siblings, we don't speak every day, or even with my friends, I'll just send a text and say, hey, I hope you have a great week. I love you. You know, I hope you're having a good day. I love you. You know, just because you don't know, that might brighten their day. That might just make them, you know, they might have been having a bad day at work, or, you know, had a rough night, or, you know, going through something personally or in their mind, and that I love you could have hit the spot. You never know. So I do that, and that's how I think when I send it. I'm hoping I'm sending you something that is making your day better. You know, or that's making you feel good. So that's how I think when I do that. So you can also try to keep up with social activities, even if you don't feel like it. Even if you don't feel like going outside or going to the park for a few minutes and just, you know, just walking or sitting, because that would Young Ree gonna go to the park, but I may not do a lot of walking, I may do more sitting, but I'm there, okay? Right. So yeah, hold on, Sade, what did you say? Yeah, people have so much other stuff going on, but yep, like you said, checking on people lets a person know that you care. I do the same thing. You're right. You never know. Yeah, you never know. So just you can do that. Just send a text. You don't have to. You might not have. I understand everybody busy. We don't. Her daughter. I had to focus myself to do different things. Yeah, everybody busy. We might not have time to talk all the time on the phone and sit up on the phone, and you may not have time to even visit all the time. But you can send a. It's the new. That's what people do. People don't even talk. Do people even talk on the phone anymore? Most people, your conversation is text message anyway. So send them a quick text and say, "Hey, girl," or "Hey, bro, I'm thinking about you. Hope you having a good day. Hope you have a good week. I love you." And that's it. And that's it. And you never know how that may make. They might be like, "Oh man, that just did something for me. That made me feel good." Join a support group for depression. I'm in a support group for parents who've lost children, and that helped me a lot. But sometimes it can also, yeah, her daughter text, girl. Don't nobody talk. We text. We don't talk on the phone no more like we used to. You have a whole hour conversation and you can text the whole time. You ain't said nothing to nobody on the phone. You ain't said hello or nothing. It's all through text. Text or FaceTime. Yeah, I know. People don't talk no more. Okay, I'm a talker. I like to talk on the phone. I talk to you all night. I love to talk on the phone. Call me, y'all. So do things that make. Yeah, you prefer a call. Yes, sis, me and you, we like to talk, Shantae. We like to talk. Do things that make you feel good. Whatever makes you feel good, do that. Like I said, if you like to cook, I like to. I know a lot of people gonna think I'm crazy, and some people might. But when I clean up and listen to music, it makes me feel good, y'all. Like when I get up in the morning, and I just start cleaning, and I'm especially like on the weekend, and I just start cleaning up and all of that. It makes me feel good. Like I feel happy, and I be dancing and singing and cleaning up around the house. Now, cooking is another situation. I mean, I do it, but it don't make me happy. But anyway, we can move on. So, okay. Aim for 8 hours of sleep. Resting is important, okay? Support groups are perfect, even if you do a Facebook group. Yeah, it is. Sade, what you say? We know. You better hood. Yeah. Y'all know I like to talk. I don't mind talking, honey. I talk. So, yeah, you have to rest. And a lot of times when we're depressed or when you're going through depression, it's hard to sleep, right? It's hard to rest because your mind is working overtime. Her daughter, we like to eat. I know. I know we do like to eat. I love to eat too, but I don't like to cook. But I will, but I don't like to. But a lot of times we don't rest a lot because your mind is working overtime. You're out. You got so many thoughts running through your mind. You're thinking so many different. You back, niece. Thank you for coming back, boo. You're thinking so many different things that you're not really focusing on what you really need, which is rest. And sometimes, have y'all ever noticed, like when you get rest, when you relax your body, when you really, really let your body rest, how much better you feel the next day, how much more energized you are when you actually. Ooh, sorry about that, y'all. My phone started ringing. They don't know Young Ree live. They don't respect it. So when you actually let your body rest and you wake up the next day, you feel rejuvenated. You feel a little bit more. You got a little bit more energy. Your spirits are up a little bit more. When we're not resting, you already going through it, right? Then on top of that, you're not resting. Are you gonna really be a happy camper the next day? Are you really gonna be feeling like talking to folks and all of that? Not really. Not really. You know, your mindset, you tired, you got stuff going on, your mind over here, your mind, you thinking this, you thinking that. Like, so getting rest is very important, okay? It's very important. All right. Keep stress in check. Not only does stress prolong and worsen depression, but it can also trigger it. Figure out all the things in your life that stress you out. Figure them out and find ways to relieve the pressure and regain control. So basically, you got to figure out what's causing you stress. And I learned it. This is one of the ones that I learned in my therapy. You got to figure out what causes you stress. If it's people, if it's certain things that you're doing in your life that may be stressing you, your job, whatever it may be, you got to figure out what those triggers are, and then you got to figure out how to get them to work for you. Not them working against you, but get them to work for you. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to do. I had to figure out what was triggering me, what was making me, feel antsy a lot of times when I do certain things, or was it my job? Anytime you're going to work and you are already stressed before you walk in the door, that's not a good thing, right? We want to figure out what it is at work that's causing us to stress, and then figure out how to eliminate that stress. Maybe I can't do this job. I need to find something else that's more suitable to my frame of mind, to my train of thought, because your health, your life is important. And, sometimes the job ain't what you need. You got to find something else that works for you. Right, stress can be a killer. I don't let anything stress me either, her daughter. Me either, sis. I have let go. I don't let things stress me out no more. Whatever it is what it is. I'm going to pray about it, and then I'm letting it go. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not overthinking it. I'm going to let it do what it do. And that's how you have to be. That's how you have to be, because it can kill you. Okay? Practice relaxation techniques. Another thing I learned. Daily. Relaxation techniques can help relieve symptoms of depression, reduce stress, and boost feelings of joy and well-being. You got to woo-sa. That's what they say. You got to woo-sa. Woo-sa. Breathe. Take you. I don't know about the deep breath, but woo-sa. What I learned in therapy is to do affirmations. Look at positive affirmations. Some positive thoughts. Put them on there. You are. You're beautiful. You're outgoing. Go be great. Think positive. Think. Her daughter, don't be laughing at me. Y'all do it. Breathe in. Then breathe out. Do that work? I don't know. Did that help y'all feel better? Okay. Meditation is perfect. Okay. See? So, just get out of your own head. Don't be laughing, her daughter. Just breathe in and breathe out. That's all you got to do. Okay? Get moving. When you're depressed, just getting out of the bed can seem like a daunting task, let alone working out. Woo! You sure right. But exercise is a powerful depression fighter. Research shows that regular exercise can be effective as medication for relieving depression symptoms. Aim for at least 30 minutes a day. So let me tell y'all what I've been doing. Got to move, baby. Yes, sis. So let me tell y'all what I've been doing. So I just started, because you got to crawl before you walk, right? So I just started walking. I've been walking like around my complex couple of times in the evening when I'm off work. I walk for about 30, 45 minutes. And y'all know what? Since the weather's been so nice and stuff, it really, really makes me feel good. It really is relaxing. I listen to my radio or listen to a podcast or whatever it is, and I just walk around the complex and just walk. And I feel good. It's actually relaxing. It really is. It actually it calms me down, like especially when I had a stressful day at work or whatever. And sometimes when you get off work, you still thinking about work related things, and that can be stressful, or thinking about what you got to do at work tomorrow, and all the stuff you got back at home to do. You got to go do this, you got to go do that. So sometimes just getting away for a few minutes, getting outside and just walking and release that, it feels good. So that's a way to do. That's one way to do it. I just started, so and I've been enjoying it so far. And I'm not drinking no wine tonight. 25-year-olds, we don't drink wine during the week. Tomorrow, a different story. Yeah. So just try that, y'all. Eat healthier things. Get some sunlight. I just said that, like, go out and get you a little sun in your life. You know what I mean? The sun is, when it's a pretty day outside, it just makes everything better, right? A pretty day. When to get professional help for depression. Now, this part I kind of looked up because I had to look it up for my own self when I decided to seek help. If you've taken self-help steps and made positive lifestyle changes and still find your depression getting worse to the point where you're feeling like taking your own life or harming yourself or others, then that's when it's time to seek professional help. What you say, her daughter? Where is Miss Bryan? She coming. I don't know where she is. That's when it's time to seek professional help. Needing additional help doesn't make you weak, but depression can be treated, okay? So it doesn't make you weak that you need help, because it's something that can be helped, and you want to get the help before it's too late. Before you do something to hurt yourself or to hurt somebody else, because sometimes we feel like, we're better off not being here. Like the world would be a better place if I'm gone, because I'm just bringing everybody down. I'm not doing well in life. I got this going on. I got that going on. So if I just leave, or if I just X myself out, everything will be better for everybody else. And that's how depression makes you feel, right? Like once you're gone, the whole world will be a better place, right? But we're not thinking about the people that love us, the people that don't want, that's going to be so hurt if we're not here anymore. We don't think about that. We're only, the depression only has us thinking the negative, right? And so you want to pull that, you want to pull those positives out there. My family loves me. My children love me. My husband loves me. They want me here. They don't want to see me hurt. They don't want me to be gone. You got to kind of pull that out, Okay? 1 in 4 people will struggle with depression at some point in their lives. And with the pandemic and troubled economy, many people are in crisis right now. More than ever, people need a trustworthy place to turn to for guidance and hope, right? Whether that be a person, family member, whether that be a professional, whomever, you just need somebody. You need an outlet to help you get through it, okay? And that's why I have this number that I've had strolling across the screen the whole live. And all it is a support number for people who may be going through something and they need somebody to talk to. And it is, like I said, a nationwide number. So they're all over in all states, and they can give you outlets of where you can go to get help in your city or your state if you're not, depending on where you are. Okay. So if you are suffering from depression, remember to not let yesterday take up too much of today. Can I say that one more time? If you are suffering from depression, remember to not let yesterday take up too much of today. In other words, don't spend your whole day dwelling on what went wrong yesterday. Focus on what you can do today to better yourself, to make things great for you and your family. Don't worry about yesterday because you can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay? It's over with. That day is done. We done with that day. If you messed up yesterday, today you got another chance to do it again. Because life is precious, right? You don't know. None of us know how long we got. So you got to make the best of every day you get and count it all joy. Count it a blessing, whatever you get. So hey, if you didn't do good yesterday, all right, I got Lord willing, tomorrow I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do better. And keep going and keep pressing and keep moving forward like that. Okay? Don't dwell on it. What went wrong? Don't even worry about it because you can't fix it. It's over with. Okay? Instead, focus on making your today the best you can and being content with that. Okay? Sometimes life will kick you around, but when you realize you're not just a survivor, you are a warrior. And you are stronger than anything life throws your way. Once you realize that, it's nothing that you can't overcome. Once you realize that you're not only a survivor, you can get through it, but you're a warrior, you're a fighter. We can do it, and not always by ourselves. Sometimes we need our family, we need our friends, we need outside help, we need professional help. But all of us together, you can get through it. You can move forward. Continue to surround yourself with positive people. Seek professional help if you need. If you need to, pray and talk to God. And that's it. And you're going to be all right. You're not weak if you're going through a depression. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're human. We all go through what we go through. And everything that you go through is a story for you to tell. It's a strike. You learn from it, you grow, you move forward, and you just keep going. You just keep going. So that was my little spill on what I felt about push, pray until something happens. That's right, her daughter. Push, pray until something happens. That's correct. I agree. 100,000%. So that's my little what I think about how we can cope with depression. I just included a little bit of my own personal journey with it, as well as some things that I learned and some things that I also read. And I hope that something I said tonight helps anybody that may be going through any type of depression or just any type of, having any type of negative thoughts that's making them feel down about themselves or not feel good about themselves. So I hope that something I said tonight will help you guys. And again, the number that I have strolling across the screen, the Samaritan's Helpline phone number, helps. If you don't want to talk to somebody personally, then you can also call that number and get you some help. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also tomorrow, I hope you guys will join me for Freestyle Friday. We're just gonna I hope. Thank you, niece. I'm so glad you were here. I hope you keep coming. I love you, baby. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. So tomorrow we're going to do Freestyle Friday. We're just going to, shoot the breeze with Young Marie. We're going to talk about some random stuff that I be thinking, girl. And, so we just going to be running our mouth. And I hope you guys are able to join me for a little while, for a little bit. We're going to do it at 7:30, same time, sis. I got some interesting little topics that we can discuss. We're going to have some fun. Bring your wine. Make sure you got your cheering and your love bugs, your honey buns, whatever you call them, your boo, your babe. Knock them on now. Put them to sleep. Let them go to bed so we can hang out, so we can chill, we can talk, and do us. Okay, so let them get them something to eat, whatever they need to do. Get them squared away by 7, so you can be ready by 7:30. Okay. Okay. Do that for your girl. Do that for your girl. So yeah, I thank everybody for coming out tonight. I really enjoyed each and every one of you. I appreciate any time that you came out to the time that you came out to spend with me. Please, please, please like and subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend about us, what we're doing over here, and how we're trying to grow and how we're trying to help support each other and put out things that hopefully are helpful to each other. You know, I love each and every one of you guys. I appreciate all of your support, and I hope that you guys know that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Freestyle Friday with Young Reed. Let's have some fun. You know, we had our little enlightening tonight. So tomorrow we're going to relax, unwind, and have some laughs and have a good time. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.